The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Monday, you're looking live at the very festive Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco. 60 degrees, high today is 65, the low tonight is 42. And we are Kurtless today. Kurt has some business to take care of, but he'll be back tomorrow. Jesse will have to bail on us a little bit early. He got some business to take care of, and me and Nate will decide if we're going to do the third segment by ourselves or if we just quit after two.
Wow. I mean, hey, you know what? Why? Look at him.
All I'm going to say, Nate.
Wait.
Ooh,
Why do y'all get
86.
Why does Kurt get the luxury of not being told Chris to send things to his Twitter? Why does Kurt get a chance to miss and not have things thrown his way?
What you mean?
Like getting left on the porch or being disappointed or possibly depressed.
When I miss Chris. Yeah, Chris, because I'm told that you were the culprit behind when I missed.
Oh.
To have everybody text and tweet me thoughts and prayers.
You know what?
Get well soon.
Do that to Kurt,
Let's
too.
do the Kurt today.
DC, what is he, DC Star Editor?
Yeah, something like that.
DC Star Editor.
Don't mess with Kurt.
Nah, leave Kurt alone. Leave Kurt alone.
That's your
something
boy,
to Kurt,
Jesse.
and
I
then-
would think
and
you would
also-
not
That's
do that
my
to
guy.
Also,
your
wish him a
disciple.
happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year while you're at it.
Happy
How about that?
Thanksgiving.
No, we were going to skip. So
So, wish him Happy Easter or
Oh,
something?
yeah. Do that.
Yeah,
That's
there you
even
go.
better.
Yeah, tell him Happy Easter.
Wish him
so-
happy Kwanzaa.
At DC Star Editor.
Tell him to light his first candle.
Yeah. Tell him to light the menorah.
So, we'll start the show.
Yes, sir.
Nate, you're quickly becoming the Miss Cleo of the show.
Why is that, man? Why?
Chris Jones.
That wasn't Cleo-esque.
I heard that all weekend here, and then I heard that all night at the stadium. Chris Jones. And I didn't even know Josh Gordon was still in the league, to be honest with you, until they called his name like every 5 plays. What happened? Just tell me what happened. They look slow in person.
I'm going to tell you something that showed up on TV. This is the game that I've been waiting on to try to tell everybody. When you are a player or players that have arrived and have done this, and you know the magnitude of what's finna happen, you already there. The Cowboys have not learned it. I'm gonna put it the way Jimmy put it to us. We gonna practice up here, so when the game come, it won't be hard to get there. The competition that they have played over the years is ingrained in them. Now, whether they have played up until this point at that level, to them in their minds, this was a big game. And they came out in that first half, and they looked at much faster than us. They played defensively much faster than us. By us having no continuity on the offensive line, it showed early and often. They left Steele one time. He was like, not only do I not know who to block, I don't even know what the snap count is. So it looked bad, but none of this fazed me because I've been on both sides of this ball. And the Cowboys are a good team. I don't care about the injuries. That is for everybody else. I don't care. You are a good team. You played a better team. And they can say, well, the defense played good in the second half, but who walked away victorious? Mm-hmm. That's all Andy Reid wanted yesterday. He will work. That gives him another thing to work on this week. Yeah, we need to do this. We need to do that. We need to do this. Now, but one thing I will say, and I'm sitting here looking at it, and I pray that number 11 stay number 11. Because he does not allow no one on his defense to be able to lollygag. Not by him chirping and running his mouth, but by how he's playing. I sit here and I marvel at this kid, man. And that, bruh, we going to be a better team as this season go on. Dak was under harassment yesterday. Never got his feet set. He missed a few. Him and Gallup missed one early. That could have been a game changer because we needed 7, and we never got that 7. Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, for them, had a masterful game plan against an offensive line that showed no continuity.
I joked about it earlier this week. I said that maybe I hope that was this show. Maybe it was my pregame show. Was with Spagnuolo. I think he called up Vic Fangio for the blueprint.
Yeah.
He did.
Something about that AFC West.
He did. The thing that was most glaring to me, while we always look at Kansas City, I always call them the Golden State Warriors of the NFL.
Right.
Flash, a lot of flair, a lot of finesse. Yesterday, they were the more physical football team. They were the more physical football team as a whole, offensively and defensively. They brought a level of physicality that we did not match. They brought a level of force that we did not match.
Yes, sir. Perfect
They brought
word.
a level of intensity that we did not match.
Especially in the first half.
And that's Kansas City is one of those teams, and Nate always says this. He says, what are we going to do to teams and quarterbacks who are equal to or better than us? Will we be able to match that? Teams and quarterbacks who are equal to and better than we are. And I felt that the Cowboys, and I'll say Dak Prescott and the Cowboys had an opportunity yesterday to put the world on serious notice. Because I don't care what anyone says, Kansas City is a damn good football team. And Dak and the Cowboys had a chance to put the league on notice, and also for Dak Prescott to swing that door wide open and say, I belong in the elite quarterback category. They didn't, and he didn't. Now, they'll put this game behind them, and they'll get ready for the Raiders, and he'll have another opportunity again in the playoffs when he goes up against probably Rodgers or Brady or so-and-so, to really show himself again and show the team again. But yesterday, for this to be such a game that was circled on the calendar when the schedule came out, the Cowboys came out with zero intensity. They looked flat. They looked disinterested. They didn't have a sense of urgency. And I keep trying to tell people, be careful what you wish for. Because you saw yesterday what it looks like when you don't have an Amari Cooper in the lineup. And it's not that those other guys can't make plays. It's the ball that Noah Brown dropped. That would have been CD had Amari been in the game. So everybody has to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, the numbers change. You got to go now and make a play. Mm-hmm. The jump ball might have been Amari instead of being CD. That might have played out different. Because now you're asking guys to do different things and the quarterback to look at different players doing different things. And that matters. That level of continuity matters. So the bottom line for me is, and people have been on my timeline all day long. We didn't have Tank and Randy. Listen, man, stop. Because you didn't say that when you went up to Minnesota and won a game. You didn't. Don't start with the injuries and who we didn't have and all that kind of stuff. Don't be that. Be better than that. You got beat by the better football team yesterday. You didn't match the intensity. You didn't match the force. You didn't match the physicality. And you lost the football game. Yes, some great parts happened in that football game. Yes, some great players made great plays in that football game. But overall, you never made the Chiefs feel threatened. They just was kind of ho-hum, steady Eddie. They took what they gave you. You played off coverage. They dumped it down. They ran their offense. They did what they did. And there was nothing you can do to stop them.
I think the most concerning thing for me, like overall, is this offense up until the Broncos game like you were thinking they were going to hang 40 or 50 points on everybody. 2 out of the last 3 weeks, you've looked like a non-functioning offense. Like you can't get it going. You can't sustain drives. You can't put more than 3 points on the board. Like that bothers me a little bit, especially going into this stretch where I think everybody thought you need to win 2 of these 3 games, right? Well, now you got to win 2 of 2 because you dropped this one and it wasn't even a shootout or a hard-fought game. It was kind of, I mean, you just look like you said. It was almost in person. I don't know what it looked like on TV. It looked like they knew what plays they were running. Like they were on top of them as soon as they caught a ball. They knew. It seemed like they knew where the running plays were going. It seemed like they knew where the passes were going. And it just, like I said, in person, they looked really slow. And you made the comment we were texting. That's just how fast the Chiefs are. They make everybody else look slow. But, I mean, it just looked like things were just moving really slow on the field. So, go ahead, Nate.
I hate to simplify it, fellas.
Do it. We like simple.
I hate to simplify it. The difference was, and it's simple, they came out with Clyde.
Edwards-Helaire.
They threw it to him a couple of times. They pounded it up, and they found their rhythm. Their offensive line played better than we thought. But when we come on the other side of the ball, our offensive line, no, it ain't going to work. If let's our offensive line give our skill position players, I don't care who, Mari on down, unless they give him time and Zeke is an effective runner early in the game and we can find that rhythm, it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. When we play, they have a defensive end. And I know y'all don't want to look ahead, but they have a motor guy and a defensive end for
Max Crosby.
He's not this kid Jones, but he's got that same motor, that same I will come get you. Across our offensive line has to play much, much better. That is where we are dominant at. Whenever I'm bragging on us, it's because I think that our offensive line is going to beat their defensive line. And if our offensive line can maintain or beat their defensive line, I don't panic. I don't panic. Wilson is a great third receiver. He is one of the best third receivers in the league. He's not a 1. He's not a 2. That's who he is. And I think freaking Mike look at him the same way. You know, CeeDee Lamb is at his best when he's at that slot that can move out to the outside. He's not Amari. I'm not going to fool myself that he is until he shows me otherwise, because he's had 2 games to show me and he hasn't. Is anything just that great about their secondary besides their safety? No. But you had your chance. Didn't work. Didn't work mainly because that offensive line didn't work. So I hate to simplify, but in my mind, that's how simple it was yesterday.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, talk more Cowboys-Chiefs, whether you want to or not. Got to do it on Monday. We'll be right back. The People Show, hanging with the boys.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, Book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit Cowboys-Travel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit Cowboys-Travel.com to book your package today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Go, Shannon.
Give the gift of the Cowboys this season with a Dallas Cowboys United membership presented by Globe Life. It's the ultimate fan experience for the ultimate Cowboys fan. Memberships start at just $20 and include an exclusive fan pack and VIP member experiences 10th of the season. Visit DallasCowboys.com/United to get yours today. And before we get back to Cowboys-Chiefs, what you got, Jesse?
Oh no, that was I got duped. I got duped.
What?
It was a fake account. Sorry.
Oh, was
Our
it?
off, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's still funny.
Jesse got duped. I like it. Just kidding.
Yeah.
By the way,
I didn't go public with it though.
there were, thank goodness.
Yeah.
There were so many Cowboy fans. I don't know if y'all could see it or hear it on TV. There was a lot, and there were a ton that listened to the show. I probably got stopped 15 times on game day. There were a ton of people.
Oh, I got to give a shout out because he's gonna.
Who is
Mayo from North Carolina. Mayo, I told you I was gonna remember. You can now, because Mayo said he been sitting by his, like, he'll watch the show and be telling his wife, like, nah, they gonna shout me out today. And I'll be forgetting. And she be like, you don't know him. He ain't gonna never shout you out. So, Miss Mayo, I'm shouting Mr. Mayo out from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? My brother, my North Carolinian brother. So, shout out to you, Mayo.
Mr. Mayo. And there's somebody I'm supposed to shout out, and I can't find it right now.
Kat, you met Catherine?
I did.
Yeah.
That helps you with your shopping stuff for Holly's Helping Hands. And I think I can't remember the guy's name. I have to find it. He's been talking to me on Instagram forever, and I finally met him in person. But there were a ton of people. So thank y'all for calling out, hanging with the boys at the game. It was really nice.
We need more signs at the game. Give more hanging with the boys signs.
We do need some signs
at the game. So if you're into sign making, you're at the next Cowboys game for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
get a couple of them signs, man.
We got to get the guy that made the sign. I got to have lunch with him soon.
Okay.
See, when you start out on your own 26, go 3 plays, 8 yards, and punt. Next time you start on your 25, you go 3 plays, you get a fumble. They make you fumble for -5 yards, and then you start out again, and you go 10 plays for 60 yards, get a field goal. Then you're on your own 23, go 10 plays, 23 yards, and punt. Then you start on your own 14, go 3 plays and out for 6 yards, and you punt. That's their defense, man. That's their defense.
Nate's watching film, by the way, if you couldn't tell.
Because this is the only day you're gonna get the real. Because tomorrow these guys probably ain't even watching this film. They probably got their grade sheets. Okay, it's time for the Raiders. And it just I want to give you people. The Dallas team is a good team that by the end of the year will be much better. I think they'll, due to the fact that they will have players back, they will have some continuity. We'll know who will be their left guard in a couple of weeks, and we'll just be going forward.
Was this a barometer for where they're at? Was this a true read of this is a good team, but they're not a championship team?
Me and you've been going over this for crosstalk for how many weeks now?
About 4 or 5.
Yeah, this is a good team. And in all the Super Bowl talk and all the whatever talk, the NFC Championship game talk, this is where I've been all the year. I just want to see each week, whether I'm talking to Jesse, whether I'm talking to Chris Beam or you, I want to just see. Now let's see how you respond because I promise you the Raiders coaches are like, oh, yeah. Fellas, if we do this and do this and do that, injuries, no injuries, whatever, we can beat these guys. This is your wide receiver. We know now that CeeDee Lamb has a good chance of not making it back. We know now that it's going to be 85, number 1, 86, 84, 13. Okay, now Michael Gallup. All this we've been talking about, now you're the guy. Is he gonna show up and be that number 2 player that we think he is next to CeeDee Lamb, better than CeeDee Lamb, equal to we'll see. We will see. Will Connor McGovern's second game be a little bit better? We will see. I'll be looking at the defensive line tonight for the Raiders, and we'll see. We'll see how he performs. Will Terrence Steele, because right here, I done seen him get drove back, knocked down, rolling, can't get off the snap. We'll see. Will Coach Philbin gather these guys? Will Kellen Moore get these guys, get them going? What plays will we bring over from this game into this quick game here, from last week, from this past week? We'll see. Everybody's on notice. This is a good team that is looking for something special and to build themselves. We'll get people back off injury reserve. We'll get this guy and that guy. Once again, Dak, thank you for looking out for your teammate, Amari Cooper, and for not letting some media guy drag you down a hole we didn't need to go. Great job, Dak, last night during your interview.
What'd he say?
He tried to throw Amari up under the bus because he's not vaccinated. Mm-hmm. That ain't Dak's job to make sure somebody vaccinated or not vaccinated. That's a personal decision that a human being makes. Then he tried to bring Aaron Rodgers into it. That ain't even his teammate. Thank you, Dak. Thank you.
What do you think, Jess? You think this is a fair barometer of where this team is?
When you go back and you look at this team throughout the year, Week 1, defending Super Bowl champions, you went back and forth with them, and you came up short. Mm-hmm. For 2 touchdowns being called back against the Chargers that could have went either way, you pull that one out. And this was, to me, this was that game. This was that game I really wanted to see what was going to happen. Win or lose, I wanted to see what was going to happen. And this game tainted my view of what this team can truly be in playoff settings. Because I start looking at things and I say, okay, Micah, right? Really good at what he does. Things will change in the playoffs. Like, if you think you're going to just line Micah up and ain't going to let you just run, they're going to let him just run around all day all crazy, they're not. They will centralize and focus and say, oh, we'll double number 11. If you're going to line up at the end all day, we're going to double him and do something completely different because it's win or go home. Can we overcome when we're playing good football teams? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to see that so bad yesterday. I wanted to see the response. I wanted to see, was this team ready for that moment, for that big game moment?
Because this was a playoff game.
This was the moment.
Yeah, this was the playoff atmosphere. The fans, the players, the coaches, everybody knew this was 2 heavyweights going at it. And by all intents and purposes, this was as close to a playoff game as you can get in the regular season.
And they didn't show up. I just feel like when you look at it, they didn't show up. Like, the energy wasn't there. The effort. Kellen Moore didn't call a good football game. Like, early on in that game, he didn't call a good football game.
Yeah, I'll tell you
didn't see a lot of the motions. You didn't see a lot of the formations. You didn't see a lot of the things that we normally see Kellen Moore get into. Dak was off from play 1. And I know people saying, well, don't mention Dak's name all the time. Yeah, when this team is rolling, we give him all the credit. We want to put him in the MVP category. And we've seen, we use this as a barometer a lot of times. I watched Aaron Rodgers go into a game with none of his offensive weapons and made 33-year-old Randall Cobb look like a Pro Bowler again. Right. Constantly guys have been playing. Aaron Rodgers hadn't had Bakhtiari all year. Just lost another offensive lineman the other night. I mean, and you still go out there and play a top brand of football. And they lost to the Vikings, but he had 338 yards, 85 yards. Put his team into position. Defense didn't show up. But I just look at this team, and we're only going to go as far as 4 in this offense takes us. And if when you come up to an opposition like the Kansas City Chiefs or a team that's equal than or greater than you, I need to see more. I need to see you really stand up. And we have zero evidence to rely on when it comes to playoff football. We have nothing that we can go back and say, well, Dak is going to be great in the playoffs. Look, we have nothing to go on. Zeke's going to be – there is no history of this team being great in the playoffs. So all we have is what we see during the regular season. And we try to project that and hope that will carry over into the playoffs. But when you're talking about going into the playoffs and playing these playoff teams who we're going to have to play, the road to SoFi is gonna have to go through Green Bay. You're going to beat Tampa. You might have to beat the Rams. You're going to have to beat 2 out of those 3 or 4 top teams in the NFC. Are we good enough to do that?
The thing is, I look at this play here. They did the reverse with Wilson, and he thinking he's gonna hand it to him. Dak tosses it to him. Mm-hmm. Those little things like that cost you a big play. And then the next play, I'm looking at my right tackle, boy. It's like he just in mud. I mean, they get the pass off, but these things are glaring past Dak. And so he overthrows the ball in the end zone to number 13. They wind up getting a field goal right here. Now it's 6-13. They still up by 10. I said last week, we're sitting right here in this chair saying, we cannot be down. And y'all hear me say it against the great offenses. Being down 9 points, even if you score 7, you're still down by 2. And now they have the opportunity to score again. And it seemed like you never catch up. And we let them get up by 10. And it seemed like they just completed just enough passes, just to get. And if we have to score 3 in the third or the fourth quarter, now we end the game at what? Still up by 10. You can't get behind in this type of deal. And I believe me, number 11 did everything in his power to make this thing.
Got the rookie sack record, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Took it from Beware.
He tied it?
I think he tied it, yeah. But, I mean, he's going to get it by the end of the season. So,
I mean, and then their quarterback is just so natural. He is so natural. I mean, don't you know that Andy Reid, they showed Andy Reid in the fourth quarter. He went and sat down like, man, my knees hurt. I'm finna go sit down. This dude.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was like the Cowboys, and you were there, Shannon. It never felt like the Chiefs felt pressured. Like, they never felt like they had to get out of this almost cruise control.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were like, there wasn't many forced throws down the field like we've seen earlier in the year. They just was like, oh, Anthony Brown, you're going to play 8 yards off? No problem. Here. Oh, we're going to run these go routes and we're going to run these 2 crosses. Here, Josh Gordon. Here.
They made it look like it looked easy.
Right.
And it looked like, okay, you're not going to give us that? Guess what? We'll rinky-dink all the way down the field and we'll do some misdirection stuff. And I tell you what, the reason why Edwards-Helaire is so good, you can't see him. Dude, he's this tall. And I saw him several times just run into the back of his offensive lineman and just wait and keep his feet moving. And somebody would turn and he would just squirt through a hole and they're a lot better than they are on paper, man.
Yeah. I mean,
much better.
And even guys like Edwards-Helaire and when they messed up, right? When Patrick Mahomes threw the interception, it wasn't like he threw the interception, it was a forced pass. It literally hit Travis Kelce, like threw his hands on the chest and bounced off. Mm-hmm. Jaron Kearse made a big play, but even that turnover wasn't the turnover that we've seen earlier.
You couldn't get the momentum from it.
Like that turnover wasn't a takeaway. Right. We've had takeaways. That was a turnover. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the Micah fumble, that's a takeaway. That's forcing the issue. The interception was more so of
unforced error.
Like Travis Kelce just doing what he had 7 drops.
And see, this is what makes me laugh. He did just what you sat here and said last week. He was catching it and trying to do that early turn, and it cost him. Yeah, it got him. And so I'm like, I thought about what you said. I'm like, wow, the Jets was right on. He wanted to turn, and try to get a head start, and it cost him. But then I said to myself, okay. And here's the hope. Dak is the hope, and he didn't answer. Mm-hmm. Our offensive line is the hope, and they did not answer. I promise you.
And Las Vegas was going. If you think Las Vegas is going to come in here and lay down, you're sadly mistaken. They're going to come in here, and you're going to have to beat them too. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to beat them into submission.
Yeah. And you think Rich Bisaccia doesn't want to come in here and stick it to this team? You think that he doesn't want to come in here and be like, okay,
bro, look at him. See, and when I look at this, I'm looking at my right tackle. He got a cutoff block. And number 20 had to make a great play because number 98 just drove him right into our running back. Our running back had to, took that hit from the backside. He not expecting that. Lyle supposed to get his head in there, get that inside arm, and turn that dude and stop him. And our running back would have had a clear shot. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. Come on, we can't have this, man.
All right, you know what? We can't have Jesse on the third segment of the show because he's got to go.
Bye, Jess.
I'm out.
We got to get out of here, take a break, but we'll be back without Kurt, without Jesse, and who knows what'll happen.
We were not physical yesterday. We were not
But we're about to get physical on this show, so stay tuned. Watch out. Hanging with the boys.
All the little guys on that team made you feel good.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. We're turning your living room into your office and your gym. We're teaching Grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back. Registration for holiday youth camps is now open. Don't miss the Dallas Cowboys Football Academy and Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders Dance Academy camps on December 21st at the Star in Frisco and December 22nd at AT&T Stadium. Space is limited, so register today at dallascowboys.com/academy. We're going to have a special caller here in just one moment. But Nate, what do you think the biggest contributing factor is to this loss? Or was it just a combination of too many things to put one point at one?
Our offense is it, man. You wouldn't be coming in on a
defense played good, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't be coming in on Monday like, wow, the defense was on time. But when you go on the road, three things has to happen. You haven't heard me say it in a long time because sometimes you have an outlier. Is you got to have a solid running game. Mm-hmm. Your defense has to play well, and your special teams can't hurt you. Well, All of this is predicated on one thing: is your offensive line up to the task? Our offensive line went up to the task yesterday, and so that we couldn't get that solid run game. We got behind.
Did they look unprepared, or did they look just outplayed, out personnel?
Brother, it's outplayed. They were. Jesse said, and when you, what separates any league, whether it's Pop Warner, SEC, or the NFL, is who has the best defense and offensive line versus each other. And they yesterday had when you give up 5 sacks, one guy has 3.5 sacks, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery. What does it and 2 batted balls? What does that tell you? Jones took over the game. Even the president saying, "Yeah, he's a good player." I mean, I understand the president can't give him more than that because you never want to, your ego in you and the bulldog in you ain't going to let you say more than that to say, hey, he's a great player. But yesterday he was a great player. And I felt all year, I'm like, Chris Jones ain't showed up yet. 3 sacks up until this point. Now he has 3. Now he left that game with 6.5 sacks total. They are beginning to crank up. And this is what an Andy Reid team does normally. They get better and better and better. This is what a Belichick team does, get better. Now we have to say, as an offensive coordinator, we need to get better. Well, as offensive line, I'm telling you, Coach Philman's sitting there, okay, how do we get better? How do I present my guys? How do I prepare my guys in this short week? Everybody to a man during the interview process yesterday when we was doing the post game said, hey, okay, yeah, it's a bump in the road, but you know what? We ain't got time. We got confidence. We know we're better than that. We're going to play better. Same with when they with Conor McGovern when they interviewed him. He said the same thing, bump in the road. Yes, sir, we didn't play well. They played well. They were more physical than us. We got to get better.
All right, we have a special caller that was listening to the show and wanted to be heard. We have on the phone no other than the computer of 3-6 Mafia fame. Computer, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Whoa, you're good after that butt whooping?
Yeah, because I said at the beginning of the week when Amari went out, and I knew Tyron wasn't going to play and Randy wasn't going to play. But what shocked me was the defense. The defense played. I was expecting, I felt like a Jason Garrett team, we'd have got beat by 50 points going up there, and all that happening yesterday.
I thought you were giving up on football.
I was so down when I felt like they were trying to make the Rams get in the Super Bowl where they can have an all-LA Super Bowl with the Rams, get the Chargers. You know how y'all with that conspiracy theory with the league. I mean, the league, the NFL, the refs were tripping yesterday. But we still got our butt whooped. And I know Chris Jones. The only reason why Chris Jones played like that yesterday because he's jealous of Dak. Every time he plays against Dak, he plays an all-world game. He won't get a sack next week. I know it. He stayed 45 minutes from me. I know it. And when I see his big buddy Sam again, I'm going to tell him. I told him the last time I seen him. He whooped me all he wants to. He going to have a fight on his hand. I ain't studying. I'm a Cowboy for life. I don't play that.
I hear you, computer. Keep going, baby. Keep going.
I'm telling you, Nate, like you said, he had 3 sacks all year long.
Right,
he come out there yesterday, he running around. Then when he tapped Dak like that, I'm like, come on, bro, you know him. Don't be trying to hit that man like that. You could have just pushed him down to the ground. You ain't got to squeeze him like that. Man, so bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, dude. And then he already with that smirk on his face. I'm like, man, bro, I know you. Come on now. I know you now.
Computer was dancing in that last quarter. He was dancing, though. He was dancing, Computer. Sorry.
And like I told his cousin last night, I said, if he'd have played like that when they played the Super Bowl, they'd have won. They would have lost that Super Bowl. He went out there and nutted up against Tom Brady. He want to come out there and play all world against us. Made me so mad.
What did you see what really got you upset, though, besides Chris doing his thing? What did you see that we could work on, Computer?
I don't, Nate, just to be honest about it, maybe we just don't have no Nates and no Michael Irvins over on that side of the ball.
Oh, no, don't say that, man.
Just be honest about it. I'm just saying because Michael showed up yesterday. Michael is a rookie.
Right.
Michael played like y'all play. Michael has an attitude like y'all have. You know what I'm saying? I'm spoiled. Yeah. My daddy had me watching y'all, man. I grew up watching y'all, man, and I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when y'all roll up in something like Troy, I get mad at Troy for sometimes how he be calling games. But when Troy went up against another quarterback, he wanted to drop his balls on the field just like the other quarterback did and show him like, hey man, I'm a beast too.
Right.
And he gotta do that. He got to play like he did when he was at State. He can't be timid like he was yesterday.
Right.
And Kellen Moore should have been running the football at the beginning of the game and come out there trying to throw the ball, trying to go against Andy Reid and the offensive coordinator over there. He's in his feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't about you, bro. It's about the Cowboys. So whatever you need to do to make sure this offense rolls, you're in a hostile environment. Let Zeke go out there and take the poop out of them boys.
Right.
If Zeke would have been hitting them folks in the mouth yesterday, I know Chris, and they would have sat out. They never would have got crunk like that. Tyrann Mathieu was hurt. He didn't even want to tackle.
Hold on, computer. I don't mean to cut you off. Now his crunk sounded better. What about my crunk don't sound like computer crunk?
He's more hip.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead on computer.
He's in the scene.
I tried to go crunk one time, computer, and messed up the whole word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go ahead on, my friend.
Yeah. So it's like they didn't match the intensity to Kansas City.
Yes, sir.
And I don't. And the crazy thing about it is Mike McCarthy's got a way better record against Andy Reid than he got against. He usually beat Andy Reid because his teams are tough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This team is tough, but maybe we just don't have enough of his players in here yet. He's only the second year in here with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how Garrett guys are. They nice, you know what I'm saying? But they from Boise State and all these little schools on the West Coast. They ain't like these boys down south eating that red dirt, man. Chris, don't grow up eating red dirt.
Right.
I don't know if you know what red dirt is, but red dirt.
Oh, I know what it is at FAMU, dog. I know what it is.
You know what red dirt is.
That red dirt will heal you, dog.
Yeah, to heal you, and it'll have you strong.
That's right.
That's right. I grew up eating red dirt, man. So I'm still rolling around here.
we need to serve up some red dirt cookies these next 2 games.
Hey, so when when will we be able to have him in computer in studio?
I don't know. I got to find out when you have people back in the room.
Okay, we need you, man. That's good little talk right there, bro. That's good.
Yeah.
Thing,
what do you think is going to happen these next 2 games? Because I think we need to win 2 of these 3 in this 10-day stretch. What do you think is going to happen Thanksgiving in New Orleans?
We need to win out. Mike need to light a fire up on this offense. Mike McCarthy needs to start. He got that big old play sheet on. He need to start taking more control of the offense and not let Kellen Moore just call the game.
Preach.
Nate been saying that since he got here. Yeah. You got to have that experience. You know what I'm saying? Kellen Moore young. He the new shiny piece. Maybe Mike McCarthy. Now this is my thinking. Maybe Mike is letting everybody see because he's been able to. What he's doing is. Mr. Jones and them like to do stuff a certain way, so Mike is letting them get exposed in certain areas. So when he go back to them and be like, I need to change this, this is what happens when we got this situation. Like, I'm glad Cedric Wilson and all these other guys got to play yesterday because you can see they're not Amari Cooper.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? They're not Tyron Smith. They're not Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't Troy yet. So he got to get some. He got to come on with it. You know what I'm saying? This is the NFL. Nate and them beat everybody and their mama, so everybody wants to beat the Cowboys. No matter who you playing, what record it is, they going to show up ready to go.
Computer seems like you...
you know what? I hadn't played all year. These folks been sweating me about this contract. They'll never bother him again since he had them 3 sacks. He not have another sack the rest of the year. Ain't nobody going to complain nothing to him.
It seems like you got a lot you had on your mind, computer. Good to hear you, man.
Yeah, I always got a lot. I'm an angry... My girlfriend, she said, I'm an angry football watcher because I scream at the TV. We was at a hotel,
right?
And I walked downstairs, and then when we played the other game, and Troy Aikman said, well, Jason Garrett got something to do with this team playing like that. I just screamed at the TV, and everybody in the hotel ran outside like, what is going on? They thought I was in there fighting somebody. I was in there by myself, but I was screaming at Troy. I'm like, Troy, no, man, don't say that. You know what I'm saying? Right. People laughing at me and stuff, but...
computer...
Like, I used to be crying and upset after the game, but... I was shocked yesterday when the defense held them folks 19 points bad as we played.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it like, maybe we just ain't got enough of his guys in there yet. Because the ones that sprinkling in on that defense they brought in, like, I'm shocked. Like Curse and some of these other guys. Malik Hooker was all on the line of scrimmage yesterday. He's getting back to form.
Right.
He ain't got hurt yet.
We got to go, computer. Chris going to run us out of here if we don't get off the air. So,
hey, good to hear you.
Good to hear from you,
computer.
Y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
You too,
man.
I
love y'all so much. And bless both y'all. And thank y'all so much.
Take care of your family, bro. Take care of your family.
Yeah, we'll get you in here soon, computer.
All right.
I'll see y'all later. Love
Good
y'all.
hearing from you, man.
Man, that was great.
That was good. I'm glad he didn't get too deep on the conspiracy theories on us.
He was finna go there. He
got some good ones.
Yeah.
We'll have to get him on here and just talk conspiracy
That red dirt.
theories.
You know about that red dirt.
yeah.
It'll heal you.
It will.
It'll heal you.
It's good for you. We'll have to eat some red dirt cookies this week. All right, Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Jesse, thanks for making an appearance. Kurt, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nate, thanks for bringing it.
Wow.
Our guy Aaron's gone.
Aaron gone, man.
Good luck in your new endeavor, Aaron.
Don't get hit by a puck. Them things hurt.
Brother Will, thanks for keeping us on the air. We'll be back tomorrow.
Bro, Will.
Take some phone calls tomorrow here on The People Show. Hanging with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?